Cotton embroidery floss really is cheap, but sometimes it's worth it to save an extra 4 or 5 inches for when you need them later. I'm Michelle, this is my romantic tangle, and I'm working on a very confetti heavy project right now, which has got me thinking, how much floss do you save and how do you keep it organized? I saw a question last week written by a woman who was working from a kit and wondering how to deal with the little bits of floss that you're left with if the portion of the project you're stitching doesn't need a full strand. One of the responses she got was that floss is so cheap it's not worth bothering with. If I was stitching a project I had kitted up myself with a pattern in DMC, I would share that attitude. But when I'm stitching from kits, I am a lot more conservative. This is Morning Lake, and I have been filling in bits of missing confetti stitches, which means that I might need 2 stitches for a symbol that combines 2 different colors, strands of one strand of the other, and putting that together is a hassle. So what I do when I'm working on projects like this and I have just a little bit left is I save it. This is how I tend to do it. This is how I tend to do it when I'm actually paying attention and working carefully. Each of these matches a symbol on a chart. You can see some of these are blended threads, some use different numbers of strands. So if I need 1 stitch of the star, I can pull this out, take that stitch, and put what's left back on my piece of paper. It's cheap, it's easy. I have one of these going for each big kit I'm working on where I've got little odds and ends, and I find it very effective. What do you do when you're stitching confetti? Do you keep those little bits? I might have enough floss in this kit to do the whole thing without resorting to desperate measures, but even as messy as this is, I'd rather have this to deal with than not have enough floss. Let me know what you think.